What is up, everybody? Thursday night, you know what that means. And especially a Thursday after a show weekend, a lot of craziness this week already going on. Feeling it still. So let's get it rocking and rolling like we do. What is up?
Man, how's it going? PPW week. PPW weekend was last weekend, but I still got a PPW hangover, man. Whew, what a show. I can't wait to talk about it. I have some high praises.
Nice. I'm excited to hear them. I don't mind hearing praises about a show that I hope are, was kind of a little part of. Cool. But before we get into it, we got El Governalbe.
What's going on, everyone?
What's happening, JP?
Not much. Living the dad life, work life, wrestling life, all that.
Oh, look at that there. Roger's like, he's still on the high. He hasn't even got to the hangover yet.
That show was crazy.
Yeah, JP it wasn't in that mix. Down here in South Texas, it's kind of hard for him to get to, I guess. Huh?
Wish I was down there.
Man, where do you live?
I live in Florida, dude.
Florida.
Florida?
Yeah, he lives in. That's why I was like, that's why he's never.
In Texas?
No, bro.
I thought, wow.
No, he's in Florida. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good reason for him not to be at the show. He's.
You got to watch out for them crocodiles, mate. Hey.
Oh, I do.
Whoa. Where the fuck did that come from? Why did it come from Australia?
I don't know. Crocodile Dundee, maybe? I don't know. Hi, welcome to me old Florida now. Crikey. Down here in Miami.
It was nice. Well, I already met you before, Michael. I'm sure you're talking about the other guys. Did y'all get to meet Michael? He was sitting on y'all's row.
Yeah.
He's one of our loyal.
Roger's great. He sat right next to us.
No, Michael.
Yeah.
You said Roger. Okay. Roger was sitting next to y'all too. Yeah, they were all sitting next.
Yeah. Everybody was. We had a great section over there in the front row. We had Pit fans, we had PPW fans. Our section was the loudest. I don't know where everybody else was, but that section that we were in was the loudest. It was the best and the loudest.
Yeah, I heard you were kind of a celebrity according to Angel.
Me? No.
Yeah, everybody knew you. Yeah.
Here's my thing. I think what happens is JoJo always runs over and gets in front of me. And they're always yelling at JoJo. And people think they're yelling at me, but they're just yelling at JoJo.
And it's good to see that he's alive.
Hey, speaking of which, first ever PPW tag team champ right here. Everyone saw it. Come on. Absolutely. My boy Josh. 100% first ever PPW heavyweight champion. And then, Josh just gave the belt to Chandler in a Vince McMahon style heel turn. And then
so you chose not to be a part of the match.
Oh, I didn't hear my music.
It was a triple threat. It was a triple threat. You don't have to be pinned to lose it.
I didn't hear my music hit.
Yeah. Same way you lost the tag titles. You didn't.
Okay, so
you didn't have to get pinned to lose
the tag team titles was because of those Camachos. There was two of them, which makes sense now. Those Camachos. I thought it was just like a gimmick, so I was only dealing with the one Camacho, but those came up and got Dos.
Yeah, the Battle of the Doses.
I had no Uno. Numero Uno was. Yes, I do remember giving Matt the steak knives at the end of the night. It was very weird. We had a whole shitload of stuff underneath the ring for the first blood match. Oh man, tons of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna stop ranting about it already. Say it again.
Just talk about it.
We were loud.
We can go. We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're talking
about
PPW.
You want to go straight into PPW? Okay, Josh. So help me out. First match on the card was Dill Dempsey versus Drew. No. Who was it?
Dill Dempsey was against. Well, it wasn't a match. It was him cutting a promo. We were welcoming him back from his injury. First ever winner of a PPW match ever. Like, he won the first ever PPW match. He beat Kiefer Bartek in the first ever PPW match. So we're welcoming him back from his injury. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then that stank ass son of a bitch interrupted his. I think Dill
was a Nastico fan, I guess.
Dill got caught up in the moment, and I mean, he wasn't supposed to do an open challenge. And next thing I know, he's like wanting to fight. I'm like, okay. And then Nastico brings out one of his guys. He came with a bunch of guys because now that I know that he's coming, he has to come with backup.
You
so
should
he can
stop
be
putting
safe.
the address on the flyers.
Yeah.
Just DM.
No, I invited. I mean, I wanted him there.
Just don't.
It didn't quite
invite
work
him
out for me.
Don't invite him anymore.
It didn't quite work out how I
It
planned.
smelled bad. It clearly riled up the Boys and Girls Club. Obviously, just NASCO made everything worse.
Yeah. So, anyways, the first match was Dil Dempsey versus Muerte Infernal.
And then the opener was Khan
versus Matthias Suarez, the Lucha Medic.
Man, that match came out of fucking nowhere. Let me tell y'all. Khan was absolute beast from jump. Matthias absolutely responded to everything. It was a crazy match. Like honestly, couldn't have had a better match out of those two right there. And it really set the stage for the rest of the card. Because it felt like
that was the opening match. Like that was my scheduled opening match, technically.
Right. And honestly,
so
like
fucking Nastico fucked it up.
I talked to Khan a little bit after the show just to try and get a brief, quick breakdown interview. And Khan said that's what he wanted. Khan said he wanted to go first. He wanted to open the curtain and be the one.
Yeah, we literally I'll take you a little bit behind the scenes. We literally changed the order of the show to put it there. He was going to be after intermission. He was like, no. I'm gonna let these people know who I am.
That was the beginning. When I tell y'all there was no bad matches at PPW, This match went all the way. Khan wins in the end. Huge finish. Great. I mean, no shit. Those chops were brutal. The Lucha Medic walked out with Khan's handprint signature. I
almost fell off my chair when he took that one big chop. I was like, God dang.
Man.
I mean, I got to say, though, Matthias Suarez's chest is just made for chopping. That guy has a big chest. Every time he's in a match, man, he gets the crap chopped out of him.
Man.
And Jojo getting chopped like crazy, too, in some of those clips.
Say that again?
Jojo getting chopped like crazy.
Well, he didn't get chopped. He got kicked.
Jojo got his ass whooped after the show because, first of all, he wouldn't stop putting his hands up. So everybody that hit him had to hit him twice. He got kicked. He got chopped. I think somebody punched him in the face. I don't know what happened.
I missed all of that.
Man, I did not think we were going to get to keep JoJo that night. I thought JoJo was not going to survive.
That's what I was saying. I was glad to see he's still alive and he's watching right now.
Man, JoJo really
made it.
Really went at it. What was the match after that one? What was the match? Was it Dimitri and Josh?
It was Benny and no. It was Dimitri and Josh. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dimitri and Josh was.
I know you enjoyed that match. Brad was involved in that match.
It was a great exchange between Josh and Dimitri, and honestly, this was the one I was really looking forward to because their exchange of styles is very similar. Like both of them have really good technical background. Both of them have really good mat work. It was a great match from start to finish.
I remember I told Dimitri when he got there because he was he knew who he was going to work, but he had never really known much about him. And I said, well, you're the bear fighter, so I've got you a bear. I've got you a bear. And Josh is a bear, man. He's a beast of a kid, man, that can move better than a bear. I mean, he's a man. He's not a kid. I say a kid.
Every time I see him,
he's better and better every time, man. He's been on he's one of the few that have been on every PPW show. Like he's in a PPW alumni now, I guess, or I don't know. We don't have rosters. We don't have contracts.
I mean, you got to get one. You got to get a roster. Yeah. You got to get an official roster going so you can. I mean, you're absolutely right. Josh has been on there since the beginning. He's a staple of PPW so far, and every match he's had has been amazing. And this one was no different.
He's had some victories as well. Like he's not. I mean, he had a good fight with Dimitri. I mean, he didn't quite pull it off.
There was a lot going on in that match. There was toys. There was
they had a battle with action figures. That was pretty nice.
Battle going on. I almost got kicked in the face. It was a crazy match from start to finish. I mean, really and truly, really, really good. Get the crowd going match. A lot of people really got behind it. Both of them played to the crowd well. Man, hey, come on now, don't tell nobody that's what that was. Roger, be cool. Be cool. Don't tell nobody that. Hey, man, I'm going to have to sit in the back row from now on. Roger, thanks a lot.
But yeah, that was really good. And then from there, we went to.
I want to say
already Monster and Gold.
I want to say.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Crowley next.
Yeah, Drew and Crowley. Yeah, Alexander Crowley versus Drew.
Drew and Crowley tore it down. Like first of all,
the biggest pop of the night. The biggest pop of the night.
Biggest start. Big match. Both of these guys are on a huge resurgence right now. Drew's testing out some new stuff in his gimmick. Crowley's coming back from his injury this year. Really stepped it up. I mean, the Congregation is a great fucking gimmick. And I just want to kind of tap on something because a lot of people kind of do this shit right now in wrestling. And people kind of talk about, Crowley being a almost like a Aleister Black or a House of Black.
That's easy and lazy. Yeah, easy and lazy.
I think that's lazy. I think that's just one of those things. Like the cult gimmick has been around forever. The whole, like this gimmick is dark. You have Lilith, you have Crowley, you have the horns, and I mean, honestly, it looks great. And Crowley backs it the fuck up. Like honestly, I don't see that as.
But Drew brought it though.
Harrison as a complete, almost like a compliment because Crowley is a beast right now, and that gimmick, it's evolving in and of itself. I'm waiting to see who else shows up and joins the Congregation.
Well, so let's point that out though. Y'all saw at the end.
You tell it. I'm rambling about your show, Josh. My bad.
Yeah. So at the end of the show, I mean, after a great match, I mean, and they've battled before, and they cut promos back and forth throughout the build up to the show.
Right.
How they had met before and met again, and and then Drew. I mean, Crowley had mentioned, and even Lilith mentioning, who's going to join up and rise up to join the Congregation. And then at the end of the match, Crowley had a Congregation bandana with Drew's name on it handed to him at the end of the match, as he earned it. You know what I mean? Like he's like, you earned a membership in the Congregation because you just brought it, and he accepted it. And so we might have we probably saw the first member of the Congregation. I mean, because technically right now it's just them two. But
you remember the Ministry? Like I know we don't typically talk about E, but we do talk about F.
We talk about old.
Remember the Ministry, like as the Ministry would take people in, it was very much like that because you had Big Daddy V, Viscera becoming Mabel and shit like that. Like it's going to be interesting to see where this Congregation goes, and there's a lot of potential because again, on the Texas scene, you're talking about Crowley, Drew. A lot of these guys are working a lot of these different promotions, and if you really pay attention to the deathmatch or GCW scene, you've seen what like 440. We've seen what 5 or 6 really popular guys in one state can do. They can take the whole thing over. So honestly, the Congregation storyline, I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it.
And I said we were lucky to see it like grow like right in front of us. So that was pretty
right there, man. No
nice bonus,
better place than PPW, baby.
Nice bonus on that. And then from there, then we had the First Blood Mosh going open challenge, which was answered by another returning. It's real clever how the return, and we had a lot of returns. Cuervo stepped up to the plate, who was the Falls Count Anywhere alum with Ruben Steele at the what was that, New Year Mayhem?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was.
And that, what a match that was. I mean, and I think one of the spots kind of went viral. You can talk on it.
No, it was Charlie's birthday. Wasn't it Charlie's birthday?
Yes, it was Charlie's birthday.
Yeah, because we had to put the skewers back in the bag.
Correct. That's correct.
Hey, sometimes I forget there's kids in the building, y'all. My bad.
Yeah. But anyway, so about the First Blood match, there was a spot where Bryson actually jumped off of like about 11 feet high, 10, 11 feet.
No way that thing was 11 feet high. Bryson had to have been 12, 13, 15 feet in the air. Like that beam itself is 11 feet high, but Bryson's on the top of it jumping
standing on it.
A crazy spot, dude. Crazy spot. If you'd have told me that people were going to be jumping off the roof at PPW, I mean, I would have believed it, but I would have been, whew, but Bryson was ready for it. I mean, and this is crazy. Like, you have to answer that. Like, Cuervo is a big contest. Like you said,
it was a great match.
We've seen Cuervo pop up at Heavy Metal and fight a lot of guys. Like, Cuervo is not somebody that
he's not scared of blood.
He's not scared of blood. And
so they both actually bled. They rammed into each other and busted them both selves open at the same time, and then wanted to kind of be just like, okay, well then I guess it's a draw.
But
so I had to interject.
The PPW the boss.
Yeah, I had to interject and say no. A Mosh Chingon match is not ending in a draw. So we started it back up, no DQ match. Got that point. We can't do a First Blood anymore. Bryson's covered in blood. I mean,
it was Cuervo. It was coming out.
Cuervo had blood coming. He had it coming out of the eye holes of his mask. And then so the retained Bryson retained the title, which led right into intermission. Smart plan in there because we had to clean up a little bit of blood all over the floor, on the court, on the floor. Yeah.
And we came out post intermission with the tag team match, right?
No, we came out. We opened with Hot Rods versus Benny Dreams.
Oh yeah.
How'd you forget?
Before.
Yeah, Hot Rods, and then you'll have a little bit of interaction.
We did, man. I'm a fan of all those guys now. Like those guys all came out, and we were just like, this was a post intermission match. Not well known guys, not hugely known guys to those of us that travel
for PPW. Yeah.
From
Well,
Austin.
Benny, I mean, Hot Rods
really
is formerly known as Benny Bravo. Yeah, he's been around for a long time. I mean,
I'm talking about Hot Rods though.
That's what I'm talking about. Hot Rods was Benny Bravo. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day. He's a old hybrid alumni as well, which we can touch on that when we talk about the tag match, how that ended, when some people's hearts were broken. But yeah, he's going by Hot Rods now, and then Benny Dreams is an up and comer local, kind of, sort of. I mean, Falfurious is 30 minutes from Queensville, very small town. Who I'm happy to say I was a part of his initial journey to become a wrestler, so that was kind of cool to see him kind of bring it, hit the swanton, got a good pop on this. I forgot that. I feel bad that I don't remember what he calls it. He doesn't call it a swanton, obviously.
What does he call it?
I can't remember. Because that's his finish.
Yeah.
But he didn't get to cover because he had, Rods was near the ropes. But yeah, so Rods went over on that. And then that led us to the Dreams Bomb. There
Sorry. Okay, can you hear me?
Dreams Bomb. Yep.
Oh, cool. Hey, I just want to say the one dude that the black dude that was out there. I just want to say
Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah. If you next time you should probably wear some legit shoes. It looks like you bought those at Payless and all that. I'm just saying, and the chain don't look that strong. So I'm saying if you're gonna talk a whole lot of smack about all the money you have and everything you're flaunting, I'm just saying you might want to actually flaunt some stuff, some exclusive stuff. I'm just saying, but
I guess it's like a heel manager thing, just like Nastico with his thrift store suit that he wears and talks.
Oh, it's awful and it smells.
Yeah. Nastico says it's the Dreams Bomb.
Yeah, it's Dreams Bomb, everybody. Nastico's not. JoJo said it. Yeah, it's Dreams Bomb is what he calls it, not the Swanton Bomb.
Is it Angel a Nastico fan now?
Well, we're getting to that because now we're getting to the tag match, which made Angel very happy.
Oh, for sure.
That was the 4-way, which turned into chaos right away. So it was Royal Taxation versus Thoracic Park versus Team Hybrid versus Nastico's Mystery Team, which was to show the shirt again if you want.
Yep. Those Camachos.
Those Camachos. And man, what a match. It turned into a tornado match because we couldn't even keep it straight.
That was wild. That was all over the place.
It just turned into an 8 guys.
Couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, it was just crazy, and then everybody hitting spots after spot after spot. Richie got his head kicked off.
Man, didn't he though?
A double super kick. Richie he ate it. He ate that.
Richie thought he was coming in for the good shit, right?
Well, he was gonna fly. He was gonna do a suicida. Nope.
His shit kicked off.
Oh man,
if you're still alive out there, buddy, let us know, okay?
I know.
He's limping
Throw a
around.
hand up or something if they've let you out of the hospital yet, Bubba.
I know.
Right.
Hey, I just want to say that I was kind of surprised that even though Richie was in the ring, I was still taller than him. Like it just felt weird.
Guy. You're a tall
I mean, I'm a tall guy generally, I know, but I was expecting.
I think you and Brad are both forgetting that y'all are tall because when y'all hang around me, like I've kind of ruined it for y'all.
Yes, sure, yeah.
Like y'all are tall.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are above average height, like considerably above average height. I just mess it up for everybody. That's what I do. Yeah. So they turned into chaos, and then Taxation looked like they were going over.
Yeah.
Hit their finish on David the Kid, and then I guess didn't go for the pin fast enough. Richie got pissed. Camachos came in and stole it, of course, in this total Nastico style. Team Nastico style, stealing the victory and stealing the titles. Which made Angel very happy. And I think even though he was taking pictures with him with the flag, he still got flipped off by Nastico.
I still got flipped off. I'm the only person cheering at a whole damn place.
Yeah, that place was
very true.
Yeah. And like, yeah, and then he flipped me off like this motherfucker. And then so when I asked him, hey, let me get a t-shirt, right? Like he's like, well, we can find a medium. I'm like, well, shit. And I realized I can fit into a medium. So hey, I feel good. So thank you, Nasco, you son of a bitch. You know, even though you're trying to give me some bullshit with a medium shirt, but I make it work.
He's
You
holding
did
the tag
not fit
title right
that
there too,
medium.
Anthony.
I've totally fit into the medium. What are you talking about?
Stand up. Lift your arms over your head. Can we see your belly button?
Okay, no, fuck that. Okay, so it's a tight fit. Okay, it's not
nice,
something.
It does look nice.
I know, yeah, it does look nice. Yeah, but yeah, that caught me off guard because it was so chaotic that I didn't even realize it happened. You're like, what the? It's over? Oh shit!
Yeah. I mean, it went a little while, but it was just so much. It's hard to keep up, and you kind of just like, oh wow, did 15 minutes just go by and 8 guys just beat the shit out of each other for nonstop?
That match was wild. I mean, all of it, bell to bell, the whole show, bell to bell, was wild. But that match specifically was like, don't blink, you'll miss it.
Even then you still missed it. Like there's no way you could have watched all of it. So stay tuned to our channel so when the videos start popping. We dropped the first match today. Wrestling Tacos dropped the match today, the opening match without commentary. We'll be dropping the match with commentary. It's supposed to be today, but it's going to be tomorrow. But we're going to try to start dropping them in order. So we'll get to that one as soon as we can. But yeah, our YouTube channel, which is this same channel that if y'all are watching on YouTube right now, it'll be there. It'll drop there in the pit. If you need to find it, it's in the pit. PPW is the easiest way to find it because some other people started popping up with in the pit channels. I know they're not trying to bite us; it's just coincidental, I guess, or whatever. But it's not wrestling related. It's not wrestling related. It's just it wasn't. Okay. It was available when we did it, and I guess YouTube stopped caring about people having the same name with channels. So but in the pit PPW, and you'll find it. No one has that combination. But then so then the real part that broke, and the shocking part for the fans, which I got probably the dirtiest look that Brad's ever given me, ever in the history of our relationship of I don't know how many years now. So Richie and the Flamingo King and the Savage Prince himself started bickering in the ring, and then out comes former Benny Bravo Hot Rods to break it up with Orlando, the Angels' favorite manager here, I guess now, because he didn't wear shoes or chains the right ones. But anyway, they come out to break it up because they're like, Hybrid doesn't do this. And then Hot Rods is like, but I'm not Hybrid anymore. And they just like wrecked Brandon, fed him to Richie.
Yeah.
Pile driver. After he said, I made you and I'm going to end you. And he pile drived him into royal taxation. I think that was definitely the shocking moment of the night.
I was surprised. Yeah, man. I was like, oh man, no.
And yeah, Brad was not happy.
No more taxation. We don't have to pay our taxes anymore.
Yeah, no more no more royalty, no more taxation. Yeah.
I'm Team Richie here though. I'm Team Richie here because Brandon should have kicked out.
Brandon, well, he didn't get pinned. He should have got the pin. That's what the problem. They hit the finish and then he didn't go cover when he hit the finisher. And Richie was,
you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Richie botched his knee. I was limping around
at this point. Yeah. Oh, by the way, love BYOB shows. Love BYOB shows.
Yes, I love it too. Yeah. Yeah.
That's see, I was not wrong.
Yes, you were wrong.
I was wrong.
You're wrong. I was like, he confirmed it. I was there. I was sober. And I wrote the show. So I know what happened. Just saying. Yeah. So that ends royal taxation, leads to who knows what's going to happen with them now going forward. Sounds like a pretty good match for June 25th.
A big feud right there.
Big feud. Yeah. Put it in the cage.
We barely got a ring.
No rope. Bare boards. Barbed wire death match.
Texas death match.
Come on.
No more Texas death
you
match.
Coward. Just kidding.
So what, before we get to the main event, what did y'all think of? I mean, I know there's a lot of negative vibes about low boy rings. I think having bleachers made it. I mean, it seemed like the crowd felt a little more involved. I don't know y'all were sitting front row, so y'all would know better than anyone.
I mean, honestly, other than probably what you mentioned before about like the top rope, it was a little loose.
Well, yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's expected, but like like you said,
that's fixable and won't happen again.
Yeah. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. I mean, like it was like eye level. I mean, I leveled with everything. Short wrestlers, unfortunately, were still my eye level. So I mean, my bad. But but I think the only thing is I realized during the It was the machine gun matches that maybe we need to like maybe put the weapons like out in a different area, something like that. Because I think it was kind of hard for them to pull stuff out. But
Yeah, there's not a lot of room under the ring.
yeah.
Um,
But other than that, I loved it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I asked Mel what she thought when she was shooting the
Oh,
show.
she loved it. Oh yeah.
She's like, I'm short. It's perfect.
Melanie kept trying to interfere in the matches.
Say that again.
Melanie kept trying to interfere in the matches. That's why she was getting up on the apron. She was trying to interfere in the matches.
During the last one, maybe for sure. So what did you think though about that? You didn't really chime in.
I really loved the low boy. I mean, it's not something I want to see at every show, but I think the fact that it's here and there pops up is one of those things that makes it kind of special. And again, being in the front row, I didn't have a bad seat. It was very much like I've always kind of enjoyed no ring death matches. Like, yeah, you lose a lot of the acrobatics and all the extra stuff, but being level eye to eye with that almost has like Fight Club Bloodsport style feel. So I actually really enjoyed being high level.
And there was still a couple flips and a couple top rope spots. And
there was plenty of high flying stuff. Like you still get all your topes. We still got tons of high flying stuff. We
cut out some because it, literally, and just, I mean, kind of behind the scenes again, that was a brand new ring that was assembled that day. Like that was the first time it had ever been assembled. So if you notice, the ropes got looser as the show went on because they're stretching and breaking in because they're brand new ropes. Like so those can be tightened. It
was probably the photographer who kept getting up there and messing with the turnbuckles. She was probably loosening the turnbuckles. She was trying to sabotage Maddie.
Oh, and Michael liked it too. Cool. I was, because being in Kingsville and loyal to Kingsville, there's not a lot of venues, and I felt a low boy would come in handy if I had to find somewhere that wasn't a gym. Yeah. But as soon as the week after we ordered the low boy, Boys and Girls was like, "Hey, come do a show here." Like, fuck. But so I think it's still worked out. Luckily, with the bleachers, I think it helps the people in the third, fourth rows are up so they can see over the people in front. So yeah, let's talk about the main event. She's kind of Mel.
Man,
Maddie hurt Chandler, so she deserves it. So did Matt? Well, technically, I think someone else hurt Chandler.
The old swerve in this one. What a good match. What a good story that was told in that match.
Yeah. The finish though, like even that just shows you, and she's my champ, and she's the longest reigning champ, PPW champ. That's still reigning. Your reign was very short. Calm down. Longest reigning champ. First ever women's champ. She had to tell months before you.
That's true. Maddie was champ before me. It's fine.
Months before. Yeah.
Maddie paved the way for champions like me in PPW.
Correct.
Oh,
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So this shows though.
Maddie had a belt. I had to have a belt, but Chandler's got it out there somewhere. He tells everybody he's a champ, and I think he's the one that sabotaged my entrance music that day, Josh.
Yeah, and so my point was that how low she'll even go to defend her title is even to trick her own dad. Like she tricked her own father to thinking that she got hurt so bad that she couldn't.
But continue. Did she? Or do you think John was in on it?
I think he was in on it.
I think he was in on it, dude.
I think he was in on it.
Man.
He really
I
wasn't.
think he was in on it because he ran up.
Really wasn't.
Maddie did the whole thing. These two went toe to toe.
No, what a match before that. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, no, it was a hell of a match.
Short. Yeah,
this was a champ versus champ caliber match.
But so do you feel like Chandler held back a little bit?
Oh, for sure.
Thinking like
he was doing noogies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he probably regrets that decision.
He probably wishes he took it a little bit more seriously. At the end of the match, we had a sport where Maddie plays hurt and had to stall the match for a second.
She fooled most everyone.
Fooled everyone.
And referee threw the X up.
Yeah.
Dad comes running, carries her out.
As they were carrying her out, we turned back to the ring, and Khan's in the ring, and he smashes Chandler just
with Chandler's title.
Belt, bam!
It was brutal. It was brutal.
And Maddie comes running out from the back because no one's actually ended the match yet. And
she sprints back from the back for the locker room.
It was a work. Maddie
totally
ran faster than Nasico trying to get away from a bath. It was ridiculous.
We can start now.
Yeah. So then, so Maddie gets the pin,
Press the button back.
celebrates, does lunges, dances, shows you that her
I
leg
know.
was
Man,
fine. the
Maddie
whole
worked
time.
everybody. Maddie for the win, and we set up the feud
I mean,
between
kind of.
Khan and Chandler for an upcoming PPW event, which to me is a banger of a match.
That's
too.
gonna be a damn banger.
Like,
Oh yeah.
mean,
I feel like I
honestly,
should start dropping matches already because
Khan
I
was
mean the show
ferocious.
kind of.
Khan was ferocious. Like Khan pulled no punches. Like this is me telling you this as a fan. Legitimately, Khan put on an ROH level performance last night. Or in PPW, like it was stellar. He pulled no punches. It was a great match. Like
what a great talent.
Khan's match,
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
worth the price of admission. So to see what he's going to do against Chandler, who has that type of performance in just about every other PPW show as well, this one could really steal any show it's on.
I agree. Obviously, I agree. And like I said, in PPW, that's what we do is stories. It's not like, so what's going to happen next show? It's like, well, have you been to the other shows? You should be able to kind of figure out what's going to happen at the next shows. I mean,
sure.
Their matches make themselves. You know what I mean? So I can't
next.
guarantee what matches are going to be, but, Khan Chandler for the title.
Yeah.
Richie versus Brandon in some kind of a match.
I'm excited to see where everything goes. Like, this was a really big start. It felt like a start of a new chapter.
The return.
We've seen year one of PPW. Now we have the return, and this is how it's kicking off. And people feel like they have no time to waste in PPW. Everyone came to the show ready to make a statement that night and start moving forward with PPW. So the next show, June 25th, it's going to be wild. It's going to be off the fucking charts, man.
Yeah. They say they pop every show has popcorn matches. I was like, I dare anyone. Like someone made that comment. It's like, well, which one's supposed to be that? I'm like, tell me after the show which one was a popcorn match.
No, they were all good. They were all good.
If I ever have a popcorn match in my show, let me know.
It wasn't a huge wrestling match. It was a huge work the crowd match. Like every single person came out and gave 120%, whether it was wrestling, whether it was the way they worked, whether it was how they interact with people at merch. PPW is an amazing experience. Like you honestly, if you're not supporting your local independent wrestling, you're doing it wrong.
I don't know what snack should I do.
Yeah, I agree, obviously. So happy talk done. There's some unhappy things I want to bring up. Go ahead.
So before you do it, I just want to say shout out to the whole clique of kids that were there. They were super into it. There was a whole lot of fun them being there, and also they love Brad. Brad was a full he was a full celebrity with those kids and everything. I just want to say I don't know who those kids were. They just showed up out of nowhere, but they were awesome.
Yeah, Roland, you're gonna make me blush, Roland. You come over here and put those in the support pouch. Hey there, Roland. Come on over here.
Yeah, those kids all came together, and one adult who brought them, I don't know the relation, bought them all front row seats. They were the first ones in line when we opened doors, like those kids, and they stayed. They were the last ones rushed out. Of course, at the end of the show, which we can talk about a little bit too, if y'all want. Y'all can vent about that part.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah.
Let's get some negative energy off our chest.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Yeah. First off, I just want to say, like, Kingsville's a pretty small place. I just want to say that. So that place should be happy that there's enough. There's a live event. There's people there. There's a wrestling event. There's people trying to sell stuff. Fans are trying to. Dude, they were so damn strict. I've never been to a more stricter place, and I worked at military bases, and it's not even that strict. It's not that serious. Like
they
no offense,
not telling people how to get out of the building. Like I asked at one point, I was like, "How do you get out as a fan?" They were like, "How did you get in?" And I was like, "Well, I came into the talent because I was helping everybody set up, but now it's an actual talent locker room. And I'm not going to use that." And they were like, "Well, maybe you should just go back that way." And they wouldn't tell me where the door was. It was weird. That place was weird.
Yeah. Well, the place, the
place was fine.
The structure's fine.
Yeah.
Great. I loved the venue, the seating. It was easy to get everything set up, easy to get all the seats out. But man, it was weird having those old folks staring at us all night long and like mad.
That was the director of Boys and Girls Club. Yeah.
Why was so angry? It was like, damn, like you work with kids. What the fuck's wrong with you?
They were mad.
I don't know, and we've like I said, we talked about it because I make a chat for every show with all the talent, and then we talk a little bit after about opinions and stuff, and we just kind of came to the conclusion that they didn't really realize this isn't a Boys and Girls Club volleyball match. or a basketball game. You know what they usually have there?
Yeah.
for $2 tickets. You know, so they can tell people come and go and in and out. These people paid $30, $25. They want to hang out. The talent comes out at the end of the show sometimes and gets more pictures, and things happen after the like.
Well, not
you
only
know,
that,
by the time I came back out, because I'm checking on injured talent because I care about the people I book. And I come back out and like everybody's going like, what the heck? And then there was like, they're telling everybody to leave. I'm like, what? And then he comes to me and he's like, is anybody here to help clean up? I'm like, well, you sent everybody out. Like, how are we supposed to ask for help?
Yeah, no, but you know what though? But it wasn't even like he even said y'all get out. It was like, hey, if y'all like the whole gist of it was like, listen, I don't know where the fuck y'all need to go, but y'all need to get the hell up out of here. Like that was the whole gist of it. I mean, nice or not? I'm like, damn, like bro,
I feel like
like
too.
this is Texas. I thought y'all were nice.
I feel like it's for the Boys and Girls Club. Like everything you do for a place like that is supposed to be to give back to the rec centers, the Boys and Girls Club, for the community and everything like that. So if you got a place like that where you're telling everybody they can't bring in outside food and drinks, you're selling it in the venue, Josh is renting it from you, that's revenue for a bigger cause.
They made money. There's no way they could say they didn't make money.
Absolutely, 110%. Like if you really are invested in what you're there,
I handed him a handful of cash.
Go out there and get it. You know, go out there, and money. Sell the chips, sell the drinks, make money for the Boys and Girls Club. But honestly, for you to be sitting out there making yourself standoffish to the point that people are struggling to even stay in the building, much less come out there and buy pretzels from you, fuck that, man. Like, yeah, we were lucky that the vendor or the guy started walking around with the cart, so none of us had to go ask the mean old lady up front for a damn chip. It was ridiculous.
Oh, take down your damn pickles.
Crusty old bitch.
Selling pickles at a fucking wrestling show.
Yeah, so that was one thing on that side that I know frustrated the fans, but there were some things about the fans that frustrated me.
Oh, no, okay.
And it's kind of been a thing that's been growing and growing at everybody's shows, or wrestling shows in general. So that these little, you know, everybody thinks they're fucking. Where's my phone at? Because these things have cameras on them that you think you're fucking Steven Spielberg all of a sudden, or and everybody wants to be filming and running around and like in every fucking spot and in the way when shit's trying to happen. Like y'all don't know what's happening. Keep your asses near your seats. You know what I mean? During the show, and don't like if you're gonna go there just to be there staring at your phone to record it. Like what the fuck, man? Watch the show. Like and then I mean I don't mind clips here and there. You know what I mean? And you sitting from your show and you get a cool spot and things like that, but there was so many people just going everywhere, and this happens at other shows, like not even just PPW. Like I've seen it everywhere, but I can talk on PPW because it's my fucking show. But holy fuck, man! Like just because you have a fucking camera on your phone doesn't mean you're fucking Steven Spielberg. And there, because the thing is also is there's people paid to be there, or specifically there to record the show, to take pictures for PPW that you might be in the way of, so that we can't get what we're trying to do. Is put on a show to spread out so we can have our channels and our social media. I mean, everybody wants their social media to blow up. I get it, because then you can lead to money or whatever. But I mean, show some respect to the venues. I mean, to the promotions.
It's the phone in your face generation, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
up
there.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I feel
like, every time I looked up, I was seeing that shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man.
You're gonna.
But then I couldn't. But then I had to run sound, so I was kind of chained, so I wasn't able to.
We don't want to fuck around and get guardrails.
You know what I mean? Like y'all want to like.
Yeah, but it's.
And I get it. I mean, there's a guy climbing up on the thing, and you know, let me go over here. So people from the other side of the venue coming to go get closer shots, so they can get the good shot. I'm like, well, sorry, man. Like you should have sat there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what to tell you. Like that just happens. That's just the way it is. Because you go to a bigger show with assigned seating. You know what I mean? Like you don't get to go, oh wait, man, there's gonna be a spot over there. Oh, that like I mean, we'll talk about the shield's coming out from here over here. So let's everybody just run over there. No, that doesn't happen. You know, but it sucks, right? Because it's fucking strict and you can't do shit. And like people keep doing this, that's what's gonna fucking happen. And like we don't want to sign seating. We don't read like we had, like I said, just a little hint of the Nazism that we had from the freaking venue. People like you don't want that to be from bell to bell. You know what I'm saying? So like. You can do videos, you can do stuff from your seat or your area, you know, with a step here and there, you know, in the entrance and you're high-fiving and whatever. That's cool. If your seats are at the entrance. And like I said, this has been since the fucking show in Houston with GCW. Whenever Nick Gage's music was coming out, everybody and their mother came to the fucking entrance. I was like, motherfuckers, we paid for the seats by the entrance. Like y'all should have paid the money to fucking be there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just been since then growing. So in my head, and this was like the straw that broke the camel back as far as my, you know, wanting to rant about it. No,
it's a fair rant. I mean, no, for sure. No.
and it's coming from me, who like I can do something about it if I really have to.
I mean, you bring up a good point. You lose footage. You end up losing your spots. You lose your time. You lose your area of, your spot to get that shit. And someone's.
And I like to see Roland and Mel, especially, commenting on this. I'm sure they feel me.
Yeah. I mean, and not only that. I mean, there, especially with poor Mel. I feel bad for her sometimes when I try to get out of her way because I'm like twice her size, but like, man, it's rough.
That's the dream, Mercer. That's the dream.
Ah, yeah.
See,
he's done that to me before. He's done that to me before.
That shouldn't have to happen.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, and then here we go. And then the commentary's trying to see through the fucking. You know what I mean? And especially, like I said, now we have the challenge of a low boy. So, like, you know what I mean? You got to stay in your lane or stay in your seat. You know what I mean? And this is, I think I mentioned this in our chat before. I was like, I know Mel's going to be on my side in this rant. This is the rant I was talking about. I knew it. And I'm glad Roland's there to double down too. So those are two very high photographers in the state of Texas and in the business period who take fucking amazing shots. And if y'all keep getting up and getting in the fucking way, they're not going to be able to get the shots. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck you, Nastico. In the goat ass.
Oh, damn. Oh.
Cry.
He said goat ass. That y'all heard it first. We are one step closer to figuring out who Nastico is. He is definitely a goat. He's not the goat.
Fuck at it.
He's gonna twist that.
Don't twist it around.
Roland didn't even come to the show, but Roland's been at shows. Stupid. I didn't say just PPW. Have you been listening?
Has been at shows.
Yeah, he's been at PPW too. So yeah, that's the big rant that I had about that. And so now something else kind of happened, and I really want to say names, but that'll be really shitty of me. But when a promotion posts about sponsorships available, sponsoring a show is to help support the show, to help support the promoter, help support the talent. It's not so you can get on the fucking show yourself. You know what I mean? Or your little whatever company it is or whatever, you do videos or you do your own thing, or you're trying to be, because here's the thing, we've written about this so many times. Freaking Marks trying to get over. There's fans and there's Marks, and then Mark's trying to be over, and I'm fucking so sick of it. And like I said, this isn't a new rant, but whenever you have people, promotions out there trying to find help, because getting sponsors helps bring bigger names, which will make for even better shows, because we don't make money. Like the promoters, we don't make any fucking money. If we sell, I need 300 fucking people to show up to break even. You know what I mean? And y'all saw how many people were there. Like promoters usually lose their ass or we pray to break even. And if we do make more, then what happens next show? Oh, there's a new title belt. Oh, there's a new ring. Oh, there's a new this, because the money just goes back into the Sting. We don't make money. We kind of depend on sponsors. You know what I mean? Like, I guess there is some promoters that have money of their own, but whenever you're out there trying to do that, and then you try to put a post and then somebody comments right away in a negative vein, and then I get DMs about, oh, well, if I can put a match on there with this and I'll pay for this and that for my title match or whatever. I'm just like, what? That's not helping me. Like the show, I'll write the shows. You know what I mean? The promoters write the shows. Promoters book the talent. And I'm just fucking tired of that shit. So,
baby dude,
I don't have to say the names, and if they watching, there's probably the last time they're watching. I don't care.
They didn't go fuck themselves.
I don't care.
Go.
Really.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they're some of the most fucking annoying people around. Hey, baby dude, good job.
This is where I'm gonna put this. There's a burden on the promoters too. Okay, like, and this is not me throwing shade or throwing stabs. Like, one of the things that I've always heard as a fan, right, is there's supposed to be this whole thing of like, if you're going to be in the business, you need to be in the business. You need to train, you need to work, whatever you're doing in your craft, you need to have spent some time learning how to do it and shit like that, So like all of a sudden we have COVID, and now there's sponsorships on shows, And the next thing you know, there's just random people paying their way onto shows. And there's like these weird appearances and there's these weird occurrences happen. And you're starting to hear about talent fucking eating losses because of sponsorship money that fans paid. That's wrong to me. You got to really think about this. I really want to put this on the scope of reality for y'all. Imagine you're at your job, right? And you've been waiting 5 years for this fucking promotion. 5 years. And it's your fucking time. And this is your swing. But today, you're not even considered for the job anymore because someone showed up and was willing to pay to do that instead for you. And now your opportunity that you busted your ass for is out the window for something else. And it's like, honestly, as a promoter, like, what are you really after? Like, are you going to sacrifice the dignity of your promotion by creating these hijinks? Like, really, to me, fans taking part in shows to a level that there's a storyline aspect or whatever, it's almost just intolerable. Because where does it stop? What's the next person that shows up and says, "Well, I'll give you $100 to let me hop in the ring and take a super kick," or "I'll give you $150 to stop in there." That's just my thing.
And to be full disclosure, I actually had it happen on one of our shows. It was I guess that definitely was New Year Mayhem, where kind of learned a lesson as a new promoter, and then now talking to other promoters, they kind of we kind of feel like we've created some monsters out there, so we're to blame as well. To a level, because the sponsors can say, the promoter can say no, and
if there's nothing in it for you, what are you doing it for?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly, if you take this,
I learned the hard way, and I'm not doing it again.
And you can replace it with literally fucking anything else, and it'll be the same or better. You sold out. You sold out to the. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when I'm in these situations, sometimes I'm almost watching somebody else's Make-A-Wish scenario. Like I know that sounds fucked up. I know that sounds fucked up, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of lines that you're supposed to be stopping at, and now we're just seeing these people that are not trained. They're not.
I can figure out what to do.
They're taking up spots on cards. They're having storylines built around.
That's the thing.
And the reality,
you said it right there. Say that again. Taking up spots on cards.
They're taking up spots on cards. They're having storylines built around them. They're interfering with storylines that take place. And the reality of it is, like, it's not my business to hate on that. I don't care. But at the same time, like, you got to think about your product. And my thing has always been, if I take this match off my card and I can fill it with literally anything else, and it'll be at least that, if not better, then at the same token, again, you sold out. Like, what's to stop you from that? Why don't you just go ahead and put out your sign that says, "Hey, for $300, you can come into my promotion and you can have 10 to 15 minutes of time to do whatever the fuck you want to do." I mean, again, I'm not hating on it. I'm kind of starting to side with Josh. You're starting to see this whole fucking bullshit of like fans developing almost a sense of entitlement or a belonging in something that really. And we start. I mean, honestly, like you're starting to see a lot of bickering. Like, and I'm just gonna say this: the vague posts and all that shit everywhere. Like, we really got to grow up. If you're gonna talk about it, talk about it. If you're gonna
just talk straight up. Don't be a bitch. Fucking talk about it.
If you're going to sit here and say this is this, that is that, so on and so what. But honestly, it's become so much about, oh, I'm not doing bad or I'm not doing bad. But the reality of it is, like, this is not really a beneficial situation. We don't stand anything to gain from allowing fans to pay their way into shows and dictate what happens on shows, during shows, and what everyone else is seeing. That's just my thing.
Yeah, exactly. And just let me be clear and clarify. So, like, a lot of shows list talent to be sponsored. That is not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's talent that the promoter is trying to is going to have on their show for the promoter is doing, and that's supporting talent directly.
Right. Anything that helps
to clarify,
run their next show or run this show and then get the next show, I think that's totally fine. We have.
Like I said, but when they literally list the names of who wants to these are available talents to be sponsored.
Remember where sponsorship came from. You used to not be able to sell more than 20 tickets into a room full of people. Promoters were trying to book 15 to 20 talent cards, and they could only sell 25 seats. That's where sponsorship came from. COVID was not allowing promoters to make the money that they should. And honestly, if you're not making money in your promotion, so much so that you start asking fans to pay their way onto the card, you have bigger problems than this. And I'm not taking shots or stabs. I'm just saying, like, that's just my take on it. I'm starting to see it a lot, and people, I usually don't talk about shit like that because that's your experience. I don't want people talking about my shit that way. But everyone's also starting to put their shit on Facebook and be like, who cares what I'm doing? What do you care about that? You start talking about your shit out in public, I can start talking about
It's
your
in
shit out.
public.
That's how I feel. The minute you put your feelings about yourself or anything like that out there, you're putting them out there to be examined and put back out there. So you can't say, "Oh, I do this for me. This is about me. This is my shit, and nothing else is important." Blah blah blah. Who cares? The haters, the haters. If you don't want the haters, just shut the fuck up and keep doing what you're doing. That's it. That's my thing. Like,
yeah. And like I said, and another
go down a whole fucking slippery slope here, but it is getting weird to watch fans pay their way on the shows. It's getting strange.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like, and being like, you know, you ever having a gimmick and trying to be whatever. Like, there's a fine line there too, coming from someone that was part of a Southwest family who actually ran it, who created a militia, who's sitting next to Borracho Crew. You know what I mean? Like, we have gimmicks and we're fans at shows and we're sitting in the front loud as fuck, you know, but we didn't get in the ring. We didn't do like that. We're not trying to do that stuff, and we're not trying to get over. We're not trying to, you know, our merch was for our members, so just to represent, and so we could just have a unity. You know what I mean? Like,
Borracho Crew doesn't even sell merch.
Yeah, and we didn't. I mean, they said militia didn't either. We had jerseys, but I mean, it wasn't. It was for militia members to have customized things that they bought themselves.
Right. I don't think there's anything wrong with you taking your fandom to a level.
Yeah.
But at the same token, I think that there has to be a certain level of like where the line gets drawn. Like,
yeah,
it's just weird. It's getting weird. It's just
it's just too much, man. Like, do your thing, stay in your lane, support who you want to support, and if you don't, just don't say nothing. I don't like everybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody likes me.
That's honestly,
fine.
Guys, I gotta tell you, if you end up watching the show or hearing about it, because I know it always happens. I just want y'all to know, like, I did not even have a fucking opinion of this until y'all started talking about it. And I appreciate that comment, Roland. Like, honestly, that's true. That's truthfully where it came from. Like, we were always trying to fucking take care of it. Always trying to help out. And
does someone talk shit about us?
No, bro. No.
Okay. My bad.
I'm saying about the show. If later on, like, you feel like this is what it is, or this is how you feel, like, y'all are putting your own shit out there to be advertised, to be talked about.
And this is fine right here. This comment, like, and promote your band. Yeah, that'll be on the graphic. You know what I mean? Like, shout it out. We shout it out.
Right. That's absolutely. You're trying to help out. You're trying to further. You have skills to offer. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about situations that go well beyond that. Situations that would not exist for you if you did not have money. Oh man, y'all stop talking about me. I'm just a drunk guy that smokes too much outside between matches. Stop talking about me. I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more over
y'all. Man, stop talking.
Look at that.
Shut up.
Look at Brad.
He's all turning.
That's my point though. Like, really and truly. This is supposed to be about the workers. This is supposed to be about the promoters. Like, it really can't become about like all this extra other shit.
I have no idea.
Yo, no joke. No.
What?
No. Why? They didn't. I need context.
Oh, I remember.
Okay. We talk about this later on then, because I need the cheese man.
We need the cheese man on that one. I need
person. I think. Anyway,
it better not fucking be. No.
Anyways. Hey, speaking of everything, I'm not gonna mention the promotion because we're not gonna talk about the promotion. But something I've been seeing a lot lately, especially with just fans in general. Don't be dicks. Like, enjoy the show. Like, stop throwing good beer in the ring. Stop throwing chairs. Don't throw anything. Just don't throw anything. You can boo. You can fucking hate on the person.
Like, what is the victory of throwing a chair in the ring?
Bro,
honestly,
there's like absolutely no point of that, really. So.
Like, you're trying. So are you trying to hurt someone?
Are you just trying to get?
Are you trying to be the guy that threw a chair in the ring? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you trying to get yourself over in front of the camera? No point.
This isn't ECW. Like,
I know it happens over there, and then now everybody that's their thing.
I know it. It's what I'm saying. Like, everyone wants to recreate that.
We're not seeing out a promotion. Like, it happens at multiple places. We've mentioned it at GC. Like, we said GCW when we were talking about GCW shows when stuff happened and they start throwing everything in the ring.
Yeah, Janelle almost beat some ass for throwing stuff into the ring. So.
Yeah, exactly. See, thank you. But I mean, if it's a Lone Star, it's pretty damn cheap. I mean, come on now, or PBR. But still, though, that's still perfectly fine beer.
I was right.
Oh, damn. Oh, there you go, Roland. That's my man. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Roland don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
beer's expensive.
That's bad. That's bad. That's all I'm saying. Like, your sponsorship is not supposed to be for you. Like, yeah, you're supposed to be getting something out of it. Yeah,
You
and
get
they're
something
supposed
out of it, yeah, for
to-
sure.
But come on,
Oh, it's so cool.
no. Ah, man,
That's
I
funny.
didn't hear about a lot of heat from that weekend. About
Yep.
man.
Oh my god. Exactly. Yeah. Just don't throw anything, bro. Like I never. Like the only time I ever threw some in the ring.
Those chairs didn't fold.
Oh
What
yeah,
are
no,
you
no,
gonna
no, they were,
do?
dude. Those are the shit. Those are the chairs you get like at a church gathering or like
Right.
at school. Like
Bro,
those are like, damn.
if you
That could have gone ahead and messed up the ring too. Like, come on now, like this. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. The only time I've thrown something into ring was during a chair riot at Ring of Honor in 2005 with Homicide and Necro Butcher. That was it.
Yeah, I had
look at
chairs
Jake
thrown
over
at
with
me
the humble
by
brag.
by the
But
Briscoe
that was just
brothers
part of the
at an
gimmick.
ROH show.
But that was it. Other than
Remember
that,
that, Brad? You were there. That's the day we met, actually. We met at a show where
anything wrong with throwing chairs in the ring if it's been called for. Like
Yeah.
it happens. There was a spot in ICW a while back, and Gary J called for everybody to throw chairs in the
Yeah.
ring. But
Change
the
your weapon.
promoter didn't know. Like Danny didn't know that he had called for that. And, man, security came down, almost busted people's heads. They were pissed. Like they were not happy.
yeah, and seeing that's the thing right there.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah, yeah.
There's a whole situation that you have to be. It's
Why are you throwing the chair in the ring for? That's what I want. Just tell me. You're trying to hurt somebody, or you're trying to be the guy that threw a chair in the ring.
man, Danny was
Either one of those. Like neither one of those worked. You know what I mean?
I think you guys don't understand. Like, we're gonna cross a line, and someone's gonna get hurt, and it's gonna be a problem. Like, Roland's comment is great. Someone almost got BK in the head. Like, it's all well and good until it's not. That's the old
But
expression.
you don't.
It's all well and good until it's not.
You know the only way it's gonna happen is, and I hope this never happens because it'll get a lot of trouble. Is someone gets punched in the face. We need like a low key who doesn't give a flying fuck. Just go ahead and just pop someone in the face.
Right.
Get out of here.
And not even to mention that, and even more of a reason. Jeez.
Oh yeah, shit. That's just yeah.
That was my thing. I was looking at that situation like,
What a
damn,
mess.
the promoter, because we had to clean up after ICW and No Peace.
That shit was not fun.
That shit, it takes a long time to fucking clean up.
Yeah, it does.
I cannot imagine. The Premier Arena is pretty big too. We've done Wrestle Rave has put on a couple death matches that we've had to stay and clean up for afterwards, and it's big. And the owner of Premier does not play around. He wants his shit put back right as he gave it to you that way. So I would not be shocked if they were there till 5 or 6 in the morning cleaning that shit.
Yeah.
up.
I'm just saying, just be better fans. Like you're not part of the show. Just enjoy it. I mean, it's okay to be angry.
No, stop there. You are part of the show.
Oh, that's
You're
okay.
not in the show.
Okay, that's fair. My bad.
Like,
Yes.
we need fans at the show.
Yes,
Their
yes,
emotions
yes.
is part of the show. Their emotions direct how the show goes.
For sure,
There is a-
100%,
there's a
yeah.
part. But I know that's not what you meant. But I just had to jump in there.
No, I
Like,
appreciate it. Yeah.
You're-
Words have meaning.
Your
Y'all might hate me
intent
for
is
this.
right, but the word was choose.
You might hate me for this. I'm not against people throwing shit in certain moments. Because the thing you got to remember, like, it has its time and place, like the NWO situation. This was very NWO-esque. One thing I will give local credit for, they have run some pretty polarizing storylines, very white hot characters.
Oh yeah.
Kiefer
they said they were going to riot. Yeah,
You have
Kiefer.
a situation where Kiefer steals, doesn't steal. He won the belt from Sam Stackhouse. Then he burned it. And then at the end of his match, BK comes out with Remedy, and they do a heel turn. Like, that's definitely like a throw shit.
Well, I mean, there were shirts made that said
Y'all were throwing whole beers.
Bartek wins, we riot. They were doing the ECW gimmick of so and so wins, we riot. Cena wins, we riot.
Years.
I still, man. I get your point, Brad. I totally get it. I still wouldn't want to throw shit, like, because I imagine if I'm in there now, mind you, I'm sure the wrestlers like, oh, I got thrown. Man, if someone hits me with a fucking beer, I want to fucking fight someone.
But how
Like,
does Kiefer
straight up.
feel? How does Kiefer feel? It's Kiefer's moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking about the chairs and the full beers, but I'm talking about in a moment where you get that level of heat. Like, I'm curious because I don't want to speak on the whole situation. I haven't seen the show, so I don't know how much it was egged on or brought on by X, Y, or Z. But at the same time, if
I'm sure
I
he
was
loved
in
it.
the ring and I had a moment like that, people kind of started throwing shit, I'd be like,
And he left the ring. Like, they left the ring.
they left.
Actually, that's right. They did leave. They left it instantly.
I would have a chubby about it. Like, that's a pretty cool fan reaction. But it's also got to be a controlled setting. You're throwing
Exactly.
whole beers and unfolded chairs into the ring.
Unfoldable
Stackhouse
chairs.
is laying on the ground.
Unfoldable chairs.
Unfoldable chairs. Like it's going to be bad.
Why
Like,
is it not open?
I love the level that fans are able to get involved sometimes. Like I think Chris Carter's done a great job.
And this is a perfect level of being involved in the show. That comment there too. Yeah, you say something, you got flipped off, y'all interact. That's interaction. That's important though. You know what I mean? Like you are part of the show that way.
Very true, man. Man, when y'all put those belts on Kiefer, that was great.
Yeah.
Or when you put the belt on Kiefer. I like Kiefer Bartega as a heel. I like BK as a heel. This one popped me. Like this storyline popped me. I'm just worried. I think that fans have to remember you have some accountability, and what we've already seen with GCW is you have fans forgetting that there's a boundary, that there's a limit. Like it starts off as a real cool situation, being able to catch Spike Dudley, Chris Carter, all that cool shit. But eventually, you can find yourself downgraded real fucking quick. When you throw a chair into the ring and hit fucking BK, and all of a sudden he's out for 9 months because you're an asshole and you threw a whole ass fucking chair like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. I just had to rant about that. I saw that shit. I was like, "Who? A fucking chair?" And
Y'all had empty beer cans over there. Come on now, y'all didn't have to throw your full beer cans at old Remedy.
Hey, wait, Remedy's back though. That's awesome though. I'm happy.
The new look too.
Yeah. I didn't recognize him at first. I
forgot he cut his hair. Yeah.
I agree with Roland. I think this is some of the best booking that we've seen with that title. Like Loco doesn't play around with their title.
Far.
They've always got great shit. It's just like, man, it's hard not to be scared watching those fucking chairs and full beers fly into a ring, man. Like, y'all got to remember, like, people throw cups of beer. Like, people think about, like, the Steiner incident, or not the Steiner, the NWO incident. They were the venue. They didn't sell them fucking cans of beer back then. Like, you got cups. You got those, like, aluminum lightweight types of shit. I mean, I'm sure there was some, but there was a lot of paper cup thrown there. You saw a lot of Pepsi, a lot of bullshit. It's not the same thing as throwing brewery cans. Super recyclable brewery cans, no less. Brewery cans, for some reason, they feel harder than regular cans.
There's something else, man. Says fans be better. Like we've said this. This is, I don't know how many times we've had this rant that it always ends this way. Just be better, man. Go to the show, enjoy it, be a part of it to the limit that you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what else is the new pandemic that's going around? Stop stealing wrestlers' shit out from the fucking ring. Like, this is a serious problem.
Yeah.
Someone stole Ultimo Dragon's robe right off
What?
the fucking ring.
What?
Yeah, Ultimo Dragon came ringside. Someone stole during a match, and someone walked out with one of his robes.
Right there, too. Y'all mentioned that earlier. Point that out, too.
That's very true.
Oh, man.
That's
Don't do that.
Y'all don't realize BYOB, that does not, you're still under TACB or TABC jurisdiction.
Correct.
That's very true.
Yep.
No, don't do that. Guys, be better.
And we talked about that too. That had happened at a GCW After Hours show. Someone stole one of Max Castellanos' chairs because he would sell autographed chairs, and that guy got away by the skin of his teeth. We chased, like, me and Ben and Josh chased. Like, once we found out that he wasn't joking, and then we looked and we saw the guy run into his Jeep. We split it out, and we were this close to catching him. I was like, man, that guy would have had a really
y'all don't understand. Like, people snatch shit real quick. Every once in a while, Baracho Crew throws like an expensive weapon into a match. Like, we make a nice weapon or something that costs a lot,
and they take it home.
We put it as a match as a prop, and 4 or 5 of us will kind of like post up in different areas because fans will just snatch shit and run. That's fine, but it so blows my mind that you would take a robe. Like, that so clearly does not belong to you in any realm or anything.
Matthew was there, yeah. We would, if we would have caught him, Matthew. Yeah, he would have. That would have been a bad day. Man, we haven't even we started with PPW and then ranted and then it's over an hour already. We haven't even got to Mount Rushmore.
And my bad. Sorry, one last thing with PPW. I just wanted to say, shout out to all the fans that said hi. Like, y'all super
nice
cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Y'all the best.
Yeah, the people out like, thank you for supporting. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for saying hi. Sorry if I didn't recognize a lot of you guys. I mean, I just see like a small little picture, so I don't really know who's who. But
it's harder,
but no, I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Hardly anybody came sad at me, but it's okay.
Hey, for real, a lot of people love.
Who am I? I'm nobody.
I can't talk to you.
I'm glad y'all can have the rub. That's fine.
What was
Brad got the rub. He's literally, yeah.
no one rubbed me.
False. False.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, the message.
There's video. There's video.
Yeah, there's video. Yeah.
Stay tuned to the dropping of the matches. Yeah.
Oh shit! It's gonna be like a TikTok, like wow, just a bunch of Brad lap dances all night. Anyway.
But I did see that people were like knowing y'all and seeing all that. It was kind of cool to watch from the back. You know, it's like that's cool.
Hey man, we just appreciate y'all watching. Like,
yeah, for real.
I really do, man.
Time I'm talking, I don't think that any of y'all are out there. So the fact that you're coming up and saying hi, is great.
And it's been a pretty good thing. We've been over double digits the whole hour. This has been
nice.
Oh, now he's excited. That's why we made a point to like shout out the show too. I mean, wasn't trying to put myself over, but y'all were there. That's why I think I even like grabbed the mic to make sure that they mentioned Angel, because he was mentioning, he mentioned you and me, and I'm like, Angel's sitting right there. So I was like, numero tres. I had to make sure, you know what I mean? Like, it was for y'all, man. It was cool. It was a cool.
But that time I was pretty drunk.
Y'all made it. I was glad y'all made it, man. It means a lot
to
me to have people there. Full disclosure, yeah. So like all the ranting and all this stuff. Thank y'all, everybody that was there for the most part. 99% of y'all were awesome.
We've been ranting about fans all show, but we love y'all.
Yeah, keep coming to shows.
I mean, I love PPW fans.
Rant show, but honestly, it's because we're fans. We're all fans. We love the product, and we had some things to get off our chest about the experience.
I mean,
I forgot. I talked to the Brent show.
And like, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say this. I mean, everybody knows y'all are my friends. But like, if the show sucked, y'all wouldn't come on here and say it was good. Just so y'all know, like, if the show was not good,
I would not. I would not. That
wouldn't have spent an hour talking about this.
Yeah,
just straight. Like, I don't make them say nothing. Like, we all real with each other. If something sucks, y'all seen us argue with each other. Y'all know we keep it as real as
that
all the time. That's why we're friends. You know, all three of us, and JP will get to meet you one day in person. But you're over in Florida. Florida's kind of tough to get to, man. Yeah, it's hard to get drunk in a parking lot with you to get the bond that we've got. You know what I mean? You're in Florida, so we appreciate you. I feel like I don't want to leave you out. But yeah, so let's get. I kind of hidden. We did have a Mount Rushmore. I did prepare mine.
Can we talk about like the Japan real quick, like for like about a minute, or we don't have enough time for that?
Real quick, yeah. I mean, we're already.
Well, just real quick, New Japan has a show this weekend for the wrestling Dontaku, but Will Ospreay is actually out for the show because he has COVID, as well as Fujinami.
Yeah.
So now Tomohiro Ishii actually flew back to Japan and will face Hiroshi Tanahashi for the vacant U.S. Heavyweight Championship. And the 6-man tag match with LIJ and Suzuki Gun is there's going to be a mystery partner with Shingo and Bushi. And Angel, I guess, has some news about Pro Wrestling Noah involving Fujita.
Oh yeah, their fucking bullshit fucking champion who fucking just buries fucking everyone in the back and just says he has to win the fucking belt. Unfortunately, has COVID. I apologize. I'm really sorry about that. I wish him the best. I wish his family and all that. But fuck him. Yes. So now we're gonna get a new JC heavyweight champion. So I'm happy about that. So yes.
Yeah, Go Shiozaki is still challenging for the belt. Apparently, Japan has a rule that if you're the champion, you catch COVID, you are going to vacate the title because they promised the people a world title match and they're going to give it to them. So that's how it is.
They can do what they want when you're in charge.
Oh, Naito no Saturday, Sunday as well. If anybody wants to watch it, and yeah,
very cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, so just a reminder of the Mount Rushmore was referees because we had Anthony on, who was who's obviously was a PPW referee. If y'all were at the show, and he was technically the lead referee because Eddie wasn't able to be there. So he was because there was like kind of a crew chief of the umpires or whatever. So he was kind of doing the little extra duty. So he called for the Mount Rushmore referees. So there, and so I was gonna say So make sure you put yours up. So we'll put his up to start it off. Tommy Young, the Hepners, Nick Patrick, and Dangerous Danny Davis.
Yeah, Danny Davis. I love Danny Davis. He's such a dick.
Tommy Young, man. I forgot about Tommy Young.
Tommy Young. Yeah.
Cool. Reference. So who's going to go first?
Please, you guys do. I have to make
Brad.
Me. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that I have Dave Hebner on my list. Obviously, blah, blah, blah. Everyone does. Dave and Earl Hebner both would share one just because they were in and out together. But yeah, the Hebner for sure. Tim
Well,
White.
don't forget about Brian.
Oh yeah, it's true.
There's
Tim
three.
White made my list. Referee Tim White, the old suicide gimmick, the old trying to kill himself for forever.
Oh my god, that was such a bad gimmick.
It was bad.
Good referee though.
Come on,
Good
Tim
referee, yeah.
deserves some love. I had to show love to my boy Bill Alfonso in ECW.
Yeah.
And how can you forget old Mike Chioda, man? I feel like the
Mike
next
Chioda. Wow.
guy after the Hebner is Mike Chioda. So that was my 4.
Very cool. Cool, man. JP, you got a 4 or?
Yeah, I got a 4. I had Earl Hebner. I had
Everybody's got Hebners, huh?
Yeah, I got Danny Davis on my list as well.
Nice. Good
And
call.
I got Tiger Hattori.
Nice.
Yeah.
And, Angel's favorite referee in New Japan has made my list too. Is Red Shoes.
I figured one of y'all was gonna have red
fucking
shoes.
worst ref ever. I fucking hate him.
Only guy that's always throwing people out, even during that Bullet Club phase, when he just did like some kind of dance and just threw him out, and the crowd popped.
He's so inconsistent. I hate him because he's so damn inconsistent. You never know what are you gonna get with him.
Joey Morella.
Oh, Joey Morella, damn.
Nice call there, D.
That's my 4.
Cool, man. Solid 4. Tress, you ready or are you gonna finish? You gonna be the last? Yeah, I can go.
Well, fuck it. I just wing it. So Tiger, Tory for sure. Earl Hebner.
You only
for
had
sure.
a week to prepare, but I appreciate it.
Well, you know how it is. You know who I liked? Nick Patrick. Like that dude was
Nick Patrick.
Yeah, he's super enjoyable.
The easy cut off sleeves, like
yeah. And then you know what?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give a shout out to what's his name? I wish Juan was here. The heel ref in AAA.
Oh,
I forget his name. That dude's such a dick. Like he's super consistent, but he's so fucking enjoyable. Like you never know what you're gonna get with him. So those are my 4. Yeah, I like character. So yeah, so
that was 4. Did I lose track?
Yeah. It's Tiger, Earl Hebner, Nick Patrick, and then the referee from AAA.
Gotcha. Okay, that was quick. Good job. Cool. So I had Nick Patrick as well. Was on mine because and before the NWO thing, but the NWO part just made it for sure for me. That was pretty cool stuff. Lil Nate, Charles Robinson.
Oh yeah,
he's kind of like the lead referee for the now. He's been pretty solid and did pretty good with that gimmick. He's done a good job. And then I went back to my childhood. Bronco Luvic. I don't know if y'all even know who Bronco Luvic was. He was old when I started watching wrestling. He was so he was world class, and he did a little bit of Mid-South refereeing. But he was so old that whenever he would go down to he'd always be around the ropes. Like he would never get in the middle of the ring. And to get down to do the count, he would use the ropes to go down, and he'd only get in one knee and lean over and just tap the floor. I don't know. So I just had to put him just for memories because he was so bad. But he was good. I mean, he obviously had earned his stripes to be doing it for that long. Because, like I said, this is in the early 80s, and he's already fucking looks like he's 70. You know what I mean? So I don't. So and then my last one's Teddy Long.
Oh yeah,
people forgot Peanut Head. You know what I mean? Wow. Like he had chance after him, so I was like, I'm surprised no one had him. I thought he was going to be on somebody's list.
I was going to say Teddy Long,
more
but
known as a manager for Doom, and then SmackDown general manager in the triple one-on-one with Undertaker. Or a tag match, everything's, you know what I mean, like all his other gimmicks. But
the Undertaker.
See, and that's how I know. That's how I know him. I don't know him as a ref. I saw one match as a ref. So I felt like
he was a ref for a while. Like people
I know.
He was a ref for a while.
You gotta watch those old NWA shows. From the 80s.
WCW in the beginning too. He was. He was.
And he ref WWE too, like in the
a little bit
2000s, I think it was.
Yeah, a little bit. And then like I said, but got over as a ref with the Peanut Head chance and everything. So that's my 4.
Not a bad list.
I made it last week, like I always do. I've been looking at it all week. So what are we doing next week?
How about special guest referees?
No, we already did referees.
I'm saying
referees the week before. Let's do weapons. We haven't done weapons yet.
I thought we did.
Weapons? Nope. We haven't done weapons.
We haven't done weapons. Let's do weapons. Favorite weapons.
Cool. I like it.
I like it too.
Angel,
I'm sure you do.
And so you don't forget for next week.
Yeah, write it down.
Do it now.
Oh shit! Right. Okay. So it's favorite guest referees, right?
No.
Weapons.
He's just messing with y'all.
I'm just fucking with y'all. Yeah, I got it. Weapons, and I know.
Celebrities in a match. Well, we kind of did that though, Mel.
Yeah.
Like most of our celebrities ended up being ones that worked matches. So
Bad Bunny.
I get what you're
There you
saying, but yeah, a lot of our celebrities earned it because of their in-ring work.
Speaking of weapons, if you're going to be in the Houston area or
I was
anywhere,
gonna say, shout out to Show Saturday.
Wrestle Rave Death Triad is huge show. Baracho made a ton of shit already. We'll be there working it with them, building all that crazy shit, and then we'll start drinking beers and watching everybody fight afterwards. So let's fucking come down and have a good time. Wrestle Rave.
Houston Premier Arena, same arena we were just talking about.
Go out there, check us out. Come say hi, drink a beer with me.
Or two. He might drink more than one. You get lucky.
We'll drink several.
I was gonna say something else and you got me distracted. I'm old. I've been hitting the head too much. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for the support of PPW. June 25th. Rumors of a death match happening. See ya.
Adios.